everyone, what is up? Hello. Evan, hello, how are you? Joe, how are you? Hello. You've never seen the intro before? Yes, shout out to Stone, my oldest brother. He made that intro for me, and it is so sick. We've been talking about needing to update it, which we need to do, but yeah, it is amazing. I love it. How have you guys been? Hello. I wasn't gonna go live today because I was out at a pickleball tournament with my family, but I was so exhausted from being in the sun all day. Sorry, I'm posting that I'm live. I'm not just sitting here on my phone like ignoring you guys. But I was at a pickleball tournament all day, and the sun had me so sun exhausted. You know what I'm saying? I haven't even taken a nap. Surprisingly, did not take a power nap. I'm here. Hello. Guess what? I don't know. I was just talking about this the other day. I'm so bad at like guessing when people are like, "Oh, guess what?" And I'm like, I don't know. Mostly like whenever, because if someone like you know that they have a job interview and they're like, "Oh, guess what?" Like you know that it's something along the lines of that. But if someone's like, "Oh, guess what?" and you like have nothing, you like, it's like, dude, you're in Paris. No way. What time is it there? It's like 8 a.m. there. Like almost the whole next day, right? Or it definitely is the next day. I know that for a fact. It's 12 a.m. The weekend in France. Oh my gosh. Are you doing an exchange for school, or are you just there? Like for vacation? Also, Joe, what business are you starting? Is Joe still here? Hello? Hi. 12 a.m. Oh, I thought it was literally like the whole next day. Why did I think? Yeah. School trip, that's so fun. Are you with like students that you like? Because sometimes you get stuck on school trips, and like, because as you get older in high school, sometimes you're taking an elective that you really enjoy but your friends aren't in, and you're like stuck with a bunch of randoms, and it's like not fun. But I feel like it should be fun no matter what. Sorry, I need to post this, and then it'll be good. There we go. Now post it on my main story. I wanted to go on the German exchange when it wasn't. So the thing is the German trip was sort of like, I'm assuming what yours is it's not really an exchange, but it's just a class trip. Link in bio. And I was too scared to do that. Well, I would be too scared to do any exchange, specifically probably the exchange where like you're actually there for an entire school year. That's really scary just because I've never ever spent probably that far away and that long away from home. You know what I'm saying? Taylor_Lang. There we go. There we go. Fun. How have you guys been? What's up? How's your Sunday fun day going? Like I said, I was at the pickleball tournament. My parents were playing in it, so that was fun. And it was pretty far away. The drive was like not that fun. And I don't know. I'm just not like I don't know. Hello, what's good? I'm just sitting here vibing, you know what I mean? My knees kind of hurt from being on my feet all day. Honestly, and I was talking about this the other day. I don't know what's wrong with my knees. I think I just now have sensitive knees for whatever freaking reason. Is that a thing, having sensitive knees? Because if it is, that's definitely me. 100%. But what was I gonna say? Guys, the past week I've been going back to the gym, like lifting, and I haven't been. I didn't do that the week before. And I feel so sore. Like, my hips are so tight. My chest is so, like, it's a little bit better today. But, dude, my range of motion was a shot. Trivia King. We actually haven't been to trivia in a few weeks. There was, I think one night it was themed, and it wasn't themed to anything that we knew. And then, yeah, I don't think we went at all in February, actually. And then last week I didn't go because I just wasn't feeling good. And then, yeah, actually maybe we did go one time in February. I don't know. Let's get poppin'. What's poppin'? Brand new whip just hopped in. Slay. Are you referring to that fun little popper thing? Sensitive needs are a thing. No, I think it's true. I think it is. I think that, like, I don't know. I don't really know what it is. I just think it's just something that I've developed in the past few months. Back in December, whenever I was playing pickleball a lot, but I've been in an era where I've played pickleball a lot more and probably, like, ran more because I've stopped running as of, like, last year. And, yeah, it's weird that, like, my knees are just hurting for whatever reason. What's poppin'? Brand new whip just happened. Yeah, I have a bunch of my poppers over here. I still have them. I actually have, like, a bag full of the confetti of the, what's it called? Here's my fun little poppers box. This is, like, the biggest one. And then we have, this is, like, all the, I think this is actually from all of the big ones. Like, I've collected them and just kept it in a bag just to throw it for fun. I really want to go to a chiropractor. I need to go to a chiropractor really bad. I want to give them a shot. Spray paint? Did it look like spray paint? But this Tuesday, the trivia is Friends. So, that's my specialty. That's where I be slaying and eating it up the most. So, I'm going to be killing it. You already know I'm killing it. But, yeah, I'm excited for that. And I think a lot of our friends are actually coming, no pun intended, because our friends like Friends. And Stone actually bullies me a lot for saying that Friends isn't good. He says that it's not funny and all that stuff. And I just try to give him the other day I was telling him, I said, did you ever think about the fact that some people aren't watching it thinking, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to laugh my ass off. Yes, it is a very funny show and I like it, but people watch it for the storyline too, you know? Not everything about a show. Sometimes whenever I turn on a show, I'm not laughing at everything. It's more about, like, the drama of it, you know what I mean? People watch it. Friends as in the show, yes. But a lot of our friends, like, people are coming because they like Friends. Usually it's just, like, me and my fam, and we hanging out a bit, you know? But, yeah, so we always go to this trivia place, and then our friends were like, oh my gosh, we saw that this local place is having Friends trivia, we want to go. And we were like, girl, we already go, so we'll be there. And when did they? I don't think they ever had office trivia. I don't know if that's, I think it is a popular thing because back whenever we had a restaurant, whenever we had office trivia, that, stuff like that, you need to make a reservation for, which is crazy that people really be showing up like that. I mean, you know, I'm not surprised, or I don't know, I guess I sort of am surprised. But Disney, they had Disney trivia down here, and he literally in the post said, you have to make a reservation. He was like, you cannot, this is not first come, first serve. This is literally, this is going to be a packed house because we live in Orlando, Florida. So, it's going to be Disney adults everywhere. Which is kind of, you know, I think Disney adults get shamed a lot. But what is the difference? And I don't know, maybe if anyone has an example of a crazy Disney adult situation, but it goes back to the same thing with like any fangirl versus like a super sports fan. Like I know people that are such a fan of maybe football that you could name a player and they could tell you like all their stats and all that stuff. And it's like, what is different? Like, why, I don't know, why is, like, being a sports fan more normalized, like, than just being a fan of, like, literally anything else? Also, ignore my pajama pants. These are definitely, like, not the pants that I was wearing out, or the shorts that I was wearing out about today. But we're moving, because I was wearing jean shorts, and I just did not feel like sitting in them any longer, you know what I'm saying? I thought that red-ish mark was a tattoo. Tell me why I thought that, like, I was literally like, what? I want to get a tattoo there. What's it like being Taylor Lang? Kind of slay. No, I don't know. I don't know. Life has been pretty chill recently. I am finally getting back into like my routine of things. I sort of broke off my schedule for a while. Hi Matthew. Hello. What is up? How are you? Thank you for following. I don't know. What is it like being you guys? What is it like waking up every day and being awesome? Everything is awesome. What is that song? Do you remember that on TikTok? I don't know. But what would it be like to date me? I honestly don't know because I've never been in a relationship before, so I could not even really tell you that because I think I could sit here and be like, yeah, I would not get that jealous that easily, or like I would be so easy go. Like I don't know. I've never been. I don't know. I've been in like a very early high school relationship, but I don't really count that. So you know what I'm saying? Like anything before junior year or even senior year just doesn't count. Depends on how long it was. If it's in junior year, I would say. But I was talking to one of my friends today, actually, and we were saying that dating people from high school is just so, you know what I mean? Like, I feel unless it's some way or another the best case scenario ever, but it's just thinking, like, there's so many people in the world. Like, after moving to Orlando, I was like, holy crap, the world is definitely a lot bigger than I realized, and there's, like, so many more people out. Like, it's really weird. It's one of those moments, you know, whenever you, like, lay in bed and you're just, like, staring at your ceiling, and then you realize we're on Earth, and, like, Earth has so many different planets, and, like, it's one of those moments that's, like, you live in a town, maybe a tiny town, maybe a big town, a big city, a nice little rural area, urban area, whatever. You live in that area, there's like a million trillion other areas like that. You know what I'm saying? And everyone's living a very, not even similar life. Maybe a similar life, but like one minor change. You know what I mean? Because like you see TikToks and you're like, holy crap, like we all have the same experience growing up. Or maybe it's like, yeah, this, but also add that. Like we did this. Like I always see TikToks that are like, whenever you hang out at Walmart for fun. That was me for real. And my mom doesn't, for some reason, she does not believe that I hung out at Walmart for fun. She thought that she was like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're talking. Like, I literally, you could have checked my location because she has my location on. You could have checked at any point and you would have seen me at Walmart a lot. Going on in your school right now, that's kind of fun. It's fun whenever it doesn't involve you. So if it doesn't involve you, then that's fun. But if it does involve you, then... But also maybe it depends on what kind of drama. Like if it's like life-threatening drama. But if it's one of those dramas, it's like, all right, let's be real. In 10 years, it ain't gonna matter. You know? Whenever you start becoming to that realization when you're like, none of this is gonna matter, even in like 3 years' time, it's kind of fun. It's like... just going around having fun for a few years, and it's like, I'm probably never going to see any of these people again. Follow back on Insta. I don't know. I really don't know. But there was a lot of, I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's ever, like, drama in my school that was, like, everyone was involved. There was the type of drama that it felt like everyone was involved, you know what I mean? Like, if the drama was whether revolving around you or, like, a situation regarding you, it felt like everyone was involved. But I don't know if there was ever a time where it's like, oh my gosh, everyone was watching you. I try not to be problematic. Good. That's so valid. I think that, well, okay, it's easy for me to be like, I've been in drama before, but I was always in the right, because why would I say I was in the wrong? But there have been a few times where I've been involved. And by a few, I mean, like, probably a good amount of times. But there would be some teachers that would, like, eat that crap up. They would, like, be so invested. They would, like, hear you talking about it, and they'd be like, what'd you say? And sometimes teachers would, like, give us, like, what they heard. But then it would make me nervous because I'm like, I don't know whose side you're on right now, or if you're playing for both teams. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, well, I heard so-and-so say this in the hallway, and it's like, all right, well, how do I know that you're going to keep this between you and I? You know what I'm saying? So, and also I feel like, to a level, yeah, that's just kind of scary. It's like one of the student teachers we had, she was very, she wasn't saying anything that she heard, but she would always be like, all right, fill me in on everything that's happening. And I was like, okay, slay. Hello! Second week in hospital done. 1 week to go. Wait, what are you doing again? I hope you're okay, and I hope that this next week goes by fast. Very fast. Zoom, vroom, broom, broom fast. What time is it for you right now? It's probably like, what, 2 a.m. maybe? I don't know. Maybe like a little earlier than that. I don't know. But I hope you're doing well, and I hope that this week goes by pretty fast. What was I saying? I was supposed to do not supposed to do, but my neurologist recommended that I do this one sort of test where they, hello, thank you for following. Oh, so it's sort of like they're studying you. Yeah, I was about to say my neurologist wanted to do something like that because she wanted to see if I still had epilepsy. So, like, I fully could not have epilepsy anymore. We just don't really know until I do. If I do, that's so weird that you're like, it's 30. Do you say, like, out loud, if I were to say, what time is it, and you respond out loud, do you say it's 30? Is that all you say? Rather than, like, 1:30? I don't know if that's a stupid question. I don't think that's stupid. I don't care if that's a stupid question. I think it's valid. 2 of them are dating. Oh, yeah, wait. This is a drama. I have 3 friends. 2 of them are dating. The other is single. The boy, the single girl in the middle of class just told, wait. The single girl in the middle of class. Oh. At first I was like, what? I was like, what am I? And then I realized, Oh. People that do crap like that, and like you're like in public, like not only in public, but like straight up in public. You know what I mean? Not like in a public bathroom or I don't really know anywhere else in public that's more private, but like in class. 0:30. Oh, that's kind of fun. 0:30. That's fun. Well, I hope your testing goes well, and I hope that you have the best results. This is your random foreign viewer. Hello, where are you from? Hello. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore your message at first. Sometimes I read messages, and then I think, like, oh my gosh, that's so cool, and then I just don't say it out loud. So I apologize for that. But yeah, I hope your testing goes well. I'm like contemplating doing that testing at some point because I do sort of feel like I outgrew my epilepsy. I just feel like it's something that I need to test at some point because we could do an EEG on my brain, but the thing is that I'm not off my medication, so it's not going to show any abnormalities because my medication's working. You know what I'm saying? I think it still showed a little bit in my left side of my brain, which makes sense because I always had like my jolts on the right side, but yeah, I don't really know. 12:30 would be noon. That's so crazy. I wonder, like, is the U.S. the only one that isn't on military time? I think Canada is. So North America. Wait, did I originally say North America? I meant the United States. I meant America. No, wait, I don't know. I think North America is on the time that we're on. Standard time? Is that what we call it? I don't know. Turkey! I have a friend that lives in Turkey. That's cool. Background looks very nice. Thank you! I want to get that tattooed. Wouldn't that be so fun to get tattooed? Also, my brother painted this for me, this whole background. He did it myself. He did it himself. So that's kind of fun and slay of him. I really want to get this tattooed. Every time I see it, I'm like, that'd be a cool tattoo to have. Public school is fun. Hold on, let me read this paragraph. Let me see. Yeah, people are weird. I don't understand. That's 2 things that I never understood. 1, like, you're in public. That's one thing. 2, is not having any decency to respect your friends. That happened a lot not a lot, that it wasn't like happening left and right, but that happened occasionally at my school where like there'd be couples and then maybe like the best friend or like a friend of theirs would be like, they were making me very uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. I think that like no matter the circumstances, if my friend was like outside the car and was like, I want to leave, I would be like, all right, let's take my friend home, you know, or let's take our friend home. Why are we sitting here, you know? I don't know. I don't know. But public school is definitely weird. And also one thing that I did notice in public school, we had a local Catholic school, I believe, and a lot of people ended up transferring, not a lot actually, maybe like a few, but transferring to public school whenever it came time for high school, because I think their parents were like, we just want to give you the high school experience, you know, the average high school experience, and they had a lot of friends, like they did extracurriculars, so they knew a lot of us already, but you could just like, it was weird because everyone that transferred from a religious school was like the most wilding out, you know what I mean, or like definitely wild out a little bit more than the average person at the schools, because I think it's just because one of those things that, same thing with kids that have strict parents, if you're really strict on your kid, I feel that that's just going to make them more of a rebel and lie to you a lot more. I think that like if you establish the type of relationship with your kid where it's like a friend but a parent, like me and my mom have a really good relationship where I can tell her almost anything, but we also have boundaries, you know what I mean? I'm not going to tell her everything, but I'll tell her a little bit. I'll tell her a little bit, and whenever she gets mad, I take her seriously, because she doesn't get mad that often, you know? So it's like, oh shit, she's really mad, you know? Peace out, peace out. I hope you have lots of luck and make the most out of your little hospital visit, and I hope that everything is well. Peace out, peace out. Love you, and I'll see you soon. Typing on phone sucks. Oh, are you usually on a computer? Hi, Decepticon. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah, I don't understand cheating either. Cheating is a whole nother thing that me and my mom will just like talk about shit like this, but I was just like, why? I have such a guilty conscience that I could be fully checked out of a relationship, but it's still, you know, both of us could be fully checked out of a relationship. Like, I could know my significant other is going to break up with me, and I could know that I'm okay with that and that I'm ready to move on, but we haven't broken up yet. I still would feel weird and so guilty cheating on them. You know what I mean? Like, if you still are having that commitment with someone, and even if it's very rocky roads, or even if you're checked out, or you know that they don't care, if you were to do it, then I still don't understand the point of cheating. They're the wildest ones, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just don't understand, I guess I do understand. It goes back to the strict parent thing, because I had a few friends that had some pretty strict parents that they would not be completely crazy, but, you know, I would be like, whoa, I didn't expect that from you, you know? I'm trying to think of anything. I don't know. I don't think anything really happened. There would be people that showed up, and I think this is just a nationwide thing. People showed up to school events intoxicated, and that is just another thing that would make me so paranoid, whether it's smoking or drinking. Because some people, if they showed up, like, after they smoked, sometimes you just wouldn't be able to tell, but still, I would just be so scared. I would just be so paranoid showing up, and, like, everyone, like, and, because you're also in that mentality, like, everyone knows, and there was this one time that, someone got really bad, and we all somehow hid it from the school. Like, the whole student section just hid it because there was, like, teachers there. First of all, there's teachers that are watching the game, like, just there for Friday night fun. There's teachers there that are, like, scheduled to monitor the student section. Or, I don't know if they were, like, really monitoring. I think they were just sort of, like, keeping an eye, you know, like, looking over. I don't think they were actually scheduled. But then, like, security, and obviously, like, security knows. They're not stupid, you know, like, they know that people are going to try and show up like that, so they're, like, keeping a bit of an eye out there, so. I don't know. I would be too scared to do that. I am very, very scared of a lot of consequences. So in high school, I was just very, like, laying low with stuff like that. I was, like, not sneaking out. I think, like, the only time I was considered sneaking out was I went to my friend's house just to hang out, and my parents were asleep, and I just didn't tell them I left. And then the next morning I told them, and they're like, oh, okay. So, like, I never, and also, like, sneaking anyone in, the only way that people could come into my house was from the front door, which was right into our living room, and my dad would always fall asleep on the couch right next to the door, so that was already, like, immediately out, and then the other way in was through our garage, and that was loud as crap, so if you opened that, everyone in the house was waking up. There was no chance. Like, last summer, this girl... Yeah, I understand that. I definitely understand being protective of your kid, and it's like they've also seen, I mean, even me at this point, I'm now 21, so old. No, but I'm, like, being 21 years old, I've definitely seen a lot of things and, like, seen how some people are. So you obviously want to protect your loved ones and your kid. Like, I don't have a kid, so I don't know that bond that you, like, feel with, like, protecting your kid, but I'm sure it's, like, greater than no other, so I definitely understand that, but you just have to be super careful. I'm pushing 30, I know. I'm getting close. I'm really getting close there, and it's... my back aches. If I had to sneak over, don't even bother going. Yeah, that's something that's, like, really... like, I don't know. It's just, like... you don't want to risk it. I never got into sneaking over or sneaking out of places just because, I mean, I'm sure I've maybe been to someone's house because sometimes people would be like, oh, my parents aren't home, you could come over. And I'm just saying, like, not parties, but, you know, like, they would invite, like, a good amount of people over, and they'd be like, all right, you can come over. Now, were their parents not home? No, they weren't home. And did their parents know? I don't know. That's not my, like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, do your parents know we're coming over? I don't know. And so, I don't know. And I think, like, my parents just had, like, a sort of, they know I'm a very guilty, conscious person. Like, I would immediately be like, oh my gosh, I did all this. And then, like I said, there's certain things where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna keep that quiet. I ain't gonna say anything. Because I also still am a teenager, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think I've only snuck out, like, once or twice. And, I'm trying to think, yeah, I don't think, one time I said that I was going over to, so we lived in, like, a town that, if someone lived in one neighborhood, there was a chance that, like, a lot of other people you knew lived there, whether if there was the same friend group or if it was just, like, someone, like, I don't know. Everyone lived in, like, general areas of each other. So since my mom had my location on, I was like, oh, I'm going over to so-and-so's house, and then I went over to someone else's house instead. I think that's the most, and it was literally once. And I, like, the whole time was so paranoid, like, I'm so confused what just happened. I think I just spit on my hand. I don't know. What's that like? I don't know. Like I said, I snuck out. The one time was whenever my parents were asleep and I wanted to go to my friend's house. It was like 10 o'clock. That we have this game, and it's called, what's it called? I forget. There was this one board game that we were super obsessed with, and we had, like, printed up a version, and then someone ended up getting a hard copy of it, so I went over to play because I was like, I need to play that game. Second time, I was out at the drive-ins, and I was, like, on my way home, before I went home from the drive-ins, I just called my mom, and I was like, hey, I'm going back to so-and-so's house, and she was like, okay, and then that was it. So there was really no ever sneaking. Like, it was literally just like, I just made something else up. Unless you open the back door, then you have to go through the leaves, then open the gate. Yeah, I agree. Like, I just think sometimes people did a little too much. Like, sometimes I would hear people, like, in my grade saying, like, they snuck out windows, they did this, they did that, they climbed this, they climbed that, they jumped off this. I'm like, why? Yeah, I also just think that, like, if my kid were to be, like, in... Oh my god, that scared me. I don't know if you heard that, but my dog barked. If my kid wanted to go over to someone's house, I just want them to be honest with me. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like, I don't know. I don't want my kid to be scared of me. But I have definitely, like, 10 years before I have a kid, and then 20 years before I meet. That's so crazy. The amount of life I lived, I have double that till, like, I have a teenager. That's crazy. So it's a no-go. Yeah, my parents, or actually they had a dog camera, but at the time, they couldn't look at, like, the history. But now we have cameras. But I'm also now 21, so it's, like, not to be that person, but, like, I feel like I'm old enough to just leave. I want to leave. You're not, like, I'm not under your supervision, unfortunately. Like, I understand. It's one thing maybe if, like, I open the door and I, like, real loud, slam it, all this stuff. I understand that one thing because it's disrupting them. But if I don't disrupt them, then that's not, like, okay, well, sorry, I wanted to leave. You know? Like, I'm an adult now. Sorry. Yeah, but at the time they had a dog camera. So, but they couldn't go back. But now they have cameras. So, but now it's not, you know, whatever. I want to get a camera for my room to watch myself sleep. And I know that sounds really weird, but in my sleep, I move around so much. And I've pushed a 15-pound weighted blanket off myself in my sleep. So I just want to see, like, what I'm doing. And I understand, like, my issue is getting a camera specifically for that is quite an investment. And I don't want it long term, you know what I mean? I'm just curious for a one night, you know, whatever. See what I am like when I'm sleeping. But I can't use my phone. It'll, like, catch on fire, you know, like, recording for 12 hours. 12 hours? If I sleep for 12 hours, oh my god. Like, 8 hours, 9 hours. I get my full 8 hours of sleep. I was thinking about that today whenever we were driving. I fully get 9 hours of sleep. Like, I don't know. I just feel like I, like, go through my life thinking, oh, I don't get enough sleep ever. But, like, I do. I very much do. And, like, there's people out there that are running on, like, 5 hours. Like, 5 is a good day for them. And I don't know. And but I also have, like, heard that, like, sleeping beyond, like, that 7 and 8 hours is, like, too much. Because I think if I really wanted to, I could sleep for, like, 11 hours, I think. Yeah, I genuinely think I could. I told your grandmother, yeah, no. My mom sort of understands the way things are nowadays because whenever my friends started getting to the point where they were just, like, talking to people and it was, like, situationships type stuff, and then I started getting into things like that, if I ever told my mom about it, I would, like, say to her, yeah, I'm mentioning him to you now, but, like, be cautious that next week I will never speak to him ever again. You know what I mean? Like, be aware that could just be a no-go, you know? And she, like, sort of picked up on that, you know, and I don't think she ever told my dad, but I don't think my dad even cares. Like, I just don't think, I think, like, if I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm talking to this guy from this college or whatever, and he would be like, okay. Like, unless, like, I was planning on, like, bringing him around. Yeah, I agree. It's just, like, yeah, there's no, there was this one person that I was talking to for a while, so I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to tell my mom, because I thought I was going somewhere, and then it just ended up us being talking for, like, way too long, and I was like, all right, listen, this is just not progressing any further, so I'm just gonna peace out, you know? So, yeah. And then, like, she never asked about them. I think it's, like, kind of, but also I think it's one of those things that, like, she knows, we both, like, have that boundary where it's, like, she doesn't have, like, she's like, if she doesn't want to tell me, she doesn't have to, you know? So, I don't know. That's kind of slay of Judy, you know? But there's, like, I think it's so funny, though, because sometimes my mom's, like, invested in my friend's love life than, like, my own, because she'll be like, how's so-and-so and this guy? And I'm like, Mom, I don't know. Or, like, why? Why? So, I don't know. I really don't know. But she also, her and my dad were high school sweethearts. So, I think she's just like, all right, well, hopefully you find someone. And she, like, I think she believes in love for me, and I respect her for that. Okay, here's this weird thing, is this is really weird. I don't want, not that I'm fully against it, but I am fully convinced that I'm going to meet a significant other organically, and by that I mean, you know, out and about, whether that's in, like, through a common interest, maybe at, like, the gym, or doing whatever, you know, and I just don't think there's ever a chance, like, I'm not going to meet whoever I end up marrying through a dating app, you know what I'm saying? But I've not met anyone, you know what I mean? Like that, like, I've shown no signs of progress of meeting anyone organically like that, and I'm like, it'll come around, it'll happen one day. It'll come around, like, I am fully convinced that I'm going to get married and have kids one day. Like, that's just, I have not watched Magic Mike, actually. I have never watched that. I think I was pretty young whenever it came out, but then it was one of those things that I just never heard about it ever since. Like, now that I was older and I was like, all right, like, I'll watch it. I just never watched it. Should I watch it? Where can I even watch it? Like, 50 Shades of Grey was that type of movie that's, like, I heard a lot about it growing up, but I was too young to watch or read the books, and then I ended up watching it. I literally haven't even seen the first movie. I saw the second movie. So, okay, here's another time I snuck out, which is kind of, like, weird that one of my friend's parents helped us sneak out. Like, not helped us, but she was like, yeah, just, like, tell your parents you're just hanging out or, like, you're going to see a different, like, just tell your parents you're going to see a different movie. She took us to go see 50 Shades of Grey, the second movie. And I just remember, like, feeling, like, so bad. That was, like, actually the first time I, like, lied to my parents. And, again, like, my dad, like, probably didn't give a, like, whatever. So, oh my gosh, HBO Max? I do have HBO Max. I will watch it, maybe. I always say I'm going to watch stuff, and then I never do. Right now I'm in my Dance Moms era, so I've been binge-watching that. I should have been binge-watching Friends for trivia on Tuesday, but I just never got to it. What was I gonna say? What was I just saying? What's wrong with Dance Moms? Wait, her mom went with you to the movie? Oh yeah, singing out, yeah. So whenever I was watching it, I forget if I cried during the second movie, but I cried during the third movie. I still haven't even seen the first. I, like, went into the second movie. My friend was like, here's the rundown. It's not too much. He was like, it's sort of like this stuff that everyone already knows, you know what I mean? Like, everyone knows, like, the basic storyline of 50 Shades, and I was like, okay. But then I went with my friend for the third movie, and we cried. And I don't think she even saw the first or second, or the first, something like that. But didn't want to sit by herself. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Well, as long as her mom was cool, you know what I mean? At least it wasn't, like, a very strict parent that was, like, being weird, you know? What was I gonna say? So before we went to go see the third movie, I told my mom, I think it was, like, obviously it was in between some point, the first and the second and the third movie. I think it was more towards whenever we were going to see the third movie, because me and my friend We had recently went and saw Pitch Perfect, whatever Pitch Perfect came out around that time. I think it was the last one. And then we were like, oh, let's go see the last 50 Shades. And I told my mom, like, oh, so-and-so are going to go see the new 50 Shades. And she goes, you haven't even seen the other two. Like, why? Like, why would you go see it? And I was like, yeah, well, one time I lied to you and I went to go see the second one. And, like, when you did the math, I think I was, like, 16, 17. So she was like, yeah, like, what was she? You know, she was like, all right, well, go ahead. You know what I mean? So I just thought it was so funny. Like, she was like, I mean, and she was also like, that was a year ago. I can't punish you now or, like, stop you from it. But I feel like if I would have went the next day. Oh, yeah, and then another thing was, like, we made sure we got cash from our mom. So that was another thing. Because we made sure we got cash. Because we didn't want to pay with our cards. Because my one friend, her parents check her bank statements. And she was like, she didn't know. We didn't know if it would pop up, like, AMC 50 Shades. You know what I mean? Anything like that. So we paid with cash. Pitch Perfect is so good. I really want to rewatch that. I wasn't watching. I saw on TikTok. It was just a clip of, and I apologize for not knowing her name. The actress that plays Fat Amy. I love her. I just love her. She's so funny, and I just think that Pitch Perfect is such a odd, like, you always just see these movies that it's like same thing, different font. You know what I mean? Where it's like same idea, different writing, whatever. But Pitch Perfect was just something so different and so unique and so new that it just, I don't know. I really like, now that I really want to rewatch that. Where do I watch Pitch Perfect? Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Yeah, a lot of stuff, I don't know. I don't see, are you talking about Scary Movie, like the actual movie called Scary Movie? Did I just say, is there an actual movie called Scary Movie? I know there is, but is that what you're talking about? Pitch Perfect. Prime Video, I don't have Prime Video. Oh my gosh, remember when Redbox was a thing? Is Scary Movie actually scary? Bow, bow. The way I searched Scary Movie, and it's all just like actual scary movies that popped up. The two films on which the script is most heavily based are Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, using the general narrative arcs of both films featuring comedic recreations of key scenes. Oh, so it's like making fun of, so there was this one, if you liked Scary Movie, now I can't say if you like Scary Movie because I've never seen Scary Movie, but there's a Netflix series and it's only, I think the episodes are literally only 20 minutes long and there's 8 episodes, so you could literally finish it in a day very easily. It's called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. It's a lot, but it's like a mock film of the girl. I think it's like the girl in the house across from the girl. I don't know. It's like a mock of another horror thriller movie. But the thing is I've never seen that many scary movies. I think the most scary movie I've seen is The Purge. I am not that big of a scary movie person. I am, but I'm not. Like, I want to enjoy them, but it just gives me anxiety. So, isn't that scary? It's just parodies of horror movies. Right, yeah. So I sort of want to watch it. I watched that, but I've never seen it. It's good, but it's also funny just because I accidentally watched it going into it like, oh, I'm really excited for this thriller. You know what I mean? Like, I did not know that it was a parody. I did not know that it was, like, even based off the title. I didn't even know that the other movies existed. So I was just like, okay, that's kind of fun. So I was watching it, and it wasn't until, like, halfway through the seventh episode, that's when it gets to the point where it's, like, straight up, like, alright, this is, if you haven't caught on that it's a parody, here's us screaming in your face that it's a parody. And that's exactly what happened. I was just like, what is going on? I don't want to spoil it because it's like, if you want to watch it, I recommend it, but it's not like a urgent must watch. You know what I mean? I don't even think, like, after I found out that it was a parody, I stopped watching it because I was sort of annoyed because I was excited for the storyline and the story arc, you know? And I really thought that it was going to go somewhere, and it just ended up being a parody. And, like, nothing really made sense after the 7th episode, and there's only 8, so I was just like, and also, I know The Purge isn't scary, okay? But that was my point. I've not seen that many scary, like, The Purge is probably the scariest movie I've seen. I'm trying to think of another one that I've seen. I don't know. Every time that it comes around Halloween, I'm like, I want to watch a scary movie, and then I never do. I want to watch the Scream movies. I love Jenna Ortega, and Courtney Cox. So I kind of want to watch the Scream movies. But I don't think they're like Scream definitely was like way back when, but yeah, I don't know. I'm more of like a psychological horror type person. Barbarian, that's on HBO Max now. That's really good. I recommend that. It's not straight up horror, but it's like more just like messes with your head, you know? No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen any of them. I remember my brother, I like vividly remember my brother saying something about how he saw Paranormal Activity, and he was saying it was like genuinely one of the most scary movies he'd seen in a while. That was back whenever it came out, and I was just like, so I'm not gonna watch it at the most random times. Yeah, I was out at a paintball tournament, so I wasn't able to go live in the afternoon, and tonight so since not going live at 10 p.m., I used to go live at like 9 o'clock-ish, my sleep has been a little bit better, and I'm trying to stay on that track. Hi, Andrew. Hello. Barbarian was so good. I loved Barbarian. Not like, that sounds like weird to be like, I loved Barbarian. It was a weird ass movie, but I just like, I was not expecting the twists and turns that it had. Another movie that I recommend, and it was really popular just because Harry Styles was in it. Well, I said that and people got offended. People were like, if Harry wasn't in it, it still would have been a good movie. And I'm like, I'm not saying it wouldn't have been a good movie. I'm saying it would have not been as popular as it was. Don't Worry, Darling. Very good. Very similar in the sense of psychological thriller where it like messes with your head, but it's not as gory and scary. I've ever seen. I don't know. I just remember he said that. So, I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Because sometimes I will say to my family, oh, I vividly remember this. And they like, I know that they gaslight me sometimes. Insidious is funny. The ending with the woman in the street across, or the woman in the house across the street from the girl in the window. Is that what you're talking about? That's the one that creeped you out? The part that just threw me off is whenever the guy broke into the house and started hooking up with her. And that's whenever I was like, what am I watching right now? I'm not Sinister. Okay, well, I still haven't seen any of those. The Purge movies are so good, though. Like, I'm so sorry. I know that, like, anytime I say the most scary movie I've seen is Purge, and everyone's like, that's a scary movie. I understand that, but Purge movies are good. I'm sorry. Like, I just, for some reason, am a Purge movie stan. And I'm curious if they're going to release another one this year. I don't know. Because I remember, so my mom and I, which is really weird that it became, like, not an annual, but, like, a normal thing for me and my mom. We watched the first Purge movie. We, like, rented it and brought it home. And I think we saw the second, like, just from then on, we went to the theaters and watched it together or, like, rented it at home. We always made it, we were like, ooh, another Purge movie's coming out this year. Like, we just got excited. I don't know. I think it's, like, something I associate, like, how if you watch a show with someone or a movie series with someone and it's, like, fun, like, aw. It being alright. It was, I think, I'm trying to think. Because there was the first purge, the second purge, which the second purge is whenever they got stuck. And then there was the election year. Right? The election year was third. And then they had the first purge. And then they had... It's over 300 now. Yeah, I just. Hi, Yasmin. Hello. Sorry, I just didn't mean to ignore your message. The Purge movies. Let's see how many Purge movies there are. I forget. Okay, so there's The Purge, and then there's The Purge Anarchy, which is the... Okay, yeah, I was right. So there's The Purge Anarchy, which is whenever they get stuck outside as the purge is hitting, which, I'm sorry, but if there's an actual purge hitting, I'm, like, bunkering down a week prior and a week after. I am not going to go grocery shopping. Oh, my God, it's 30 minutes until the alarm's going to go off. Let's go run out real quick. No. I'm not risking that. I'm sorry, you're a literal idiot if you're thinking, like, oh, I'm going to go grab some of this before the alarm goes off in an hour. No. So whoever that was in the second movie, idiot. Stupid. Election year was, yeah, that was really weird because wasn't that the one where, like, they were, like, throwing them in trucks and they were, like, it was just, like, I don't know. And I also think that it's really crazy how the Purge movies are just straight up, like, basing it off of what is happening because the election year came out whenever Trump and Hillary first started running against each other way back in 2016. And then they came out with the first Purge, which was just showing what the first Purge was like and how it started. And then the Forever Purge, dude, that was so scary because it was, like, based off, like, it was just based off of 2020. And it was so scary. Yeah, how are you, and, like, I think they ran out of gas on the highway, too. Like, first of all, how do you run out of gas? I've never, ever heard someone be like, yeah, I ran out of gas in the middle of the street. Any movie that is even the least bit scary, yeah, I agree. You have, really? Like, oh my gosh. Sorry, I didn't mean to shame you then. Just once. Zombieland, I've never heard of Zombieland. I think I actually might have heard of it. Another movie that's, like, parodied off of a bunch of movies is the Disaster Movie. I remember watching that movie whenever I was a kid. And it was back whenever I was an Alvin and the Chipmunks stan, or, like, just coming out of my Alvin and the Chipmunks era. And then they had, like, rabid Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I was like, and that just, like, that scene, like, stuck with me forever. What is Zombieland about? I have no idea. I'm not a big movie person. I never really was. Even, like, with Stranger Things, I watched the first season and then half of the second, and then I stopped. And then I got back on the train this year. But season 3 of Stranger Things is really good. Season 2 is sort of but, like, season 3 is really good. I think it sounds familiar, but I've never watched it. Easy A, I've heard of it, but I could not tell you what it's about. Like, I'm so serious. Okay, the movie that I 100% am watching next is The Truman Show. I know that for a fact, and I've said that. I'm sure Kenny can vouch of how many times I've said I'm going to watch the Truman Show. Where I've been like, all right, guys, I'm going to get off live and go watch The Truman Show, and then I watch, I'm a YouTube consumer. You know what I'm saying? I watch YouTube. I'm an iPad kid. I am truly an iPad kid at heart. Like, I am watching influencers. I'm watching, like, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't get it. But also, my question to you guys was whenever you're watching movies and whenever you're watching shows, are you 100% only watching, like, twice? Okay, well, I know I've mentioned a lot. Anyways, when you're watching a show, are you fully watching it? Like, are you sitting there like this? Like, watching? Or are you doing other things? Because with me, I never want to put on a show if I'm not going to fully dedicate my time to it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't edit and watch a show. Like, these past few weeks, whenever I've been watching Dance Moms, I've never been able to just edit and watch Dance Moms. Because I just get afraid I'll miss something. And it happens. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll give it a try. And then I hear one of the people, like, say something. And I'm like, oh, my God, wait, what? So, I don't know. And I also feel like with a movie like The Truman Show, with how much I've heard about it, I really just, like, cannot be not watching it. You know what I mean? I've heard it's, like, also very, like, psychological. Like, whoa. I just have it on for it. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is, like, I do that as well. I put something on my TV whenever or not my TV. I don't even have a TV. Actually, my TV is in our living room, so that's kind of fun. But I put something on my iPad at the end of the night, and it's usually, like, whatever show I'm watching at the time. But, yeah, hold on. My brother's calling me, so I'm going on mute for a second. He was just calling me. He was like, what's up? Because he wanted to talk. And I was like, I'm actually live right now. And he was like, oh, sorry. And I was like, oh, that's okay. Anyways. What were we saying? About watching movies at a... Yeah, I don't know. Oh. When people play something in the background. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, whenever I'm watching a show, I'm watching a show. I'm not scrolling on TikTok. I'm not, maybe, like, I'll text people, you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with, like, looking at your phone, texting someone, maybe, like, look on Insta real quick. But, like, I'm not going to be, yeah, I don't know. I hate that, too, whenever I'm watching something and then people be talking. But my friends... Not like talking. Here's one thing about me is I can respect comedic addition to the show or the movie, whatever. You know what I mean? Like maybe if you like be like, what is she doing? That idiot, whatever. Like how we were just saying about the Purge movie. I'm fine with that. But if you're like talking like, oh, what happened earlier in the day? That was so crazy. Like, okay, stop. Don't talk while the movie's playing unless it's about the movie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like that's... But the thing about me is I'm so crazy to the point that, like, if I were to put on Friends as, like, a background show... and to, like, just do my editing, I still have to be, like, staring at it. I cannot even rewatch a show that I've watched. I've watched Friends, like, 5 times. Yeah. My friends used to shame me so much. They were like, Taylor, you need to, like, and mind you, I know, I would own up to my mistakes, okay? They would say, Taylor, you don't need to say something about the movie. Just let us watch the movie. And I'd be like, no, we're watching this movie and this person did something so dumb. Like, why are we not, like, talking about that? And the only friend, I'm going to shout her out, Casey. Me and Casey were the only ones that would, like, we would have to sit next to each other because we would be fucking with the light commentary, like Kenny said. And everyone else would be so mad. And they would fully pause the movie. And I'd be like, all I said was that character looked dumb. Like, I'd be like, oh, she looks dumb in that outfit. And they'd be like, why are you talking? And it's like, I just said she looks stupid in that outfit. Or I just said, oh my god, that was a weird line for her to say. Yeah, that's another thing. Oh my gosh, sometimes my mom does that. She'll be like, oh, this happened at pickleball today, and I'm like, I'm trying to watch the movie, and then I pause it, and then she's like, why'd you pause it? And I'm like, because you were talking? But I 100% agree. Anytime that the movie's paused and people are talking, I'm getting up, going to the bathroom, getting some more snacks, refilling my water, 100%. 100%. For them, like, if they need me to explain something to them. Yeah, I also hate whenever someone, so my mom is the type of person that if, say, like for Ginny and Georgia, for example, we started season 2 when it came out, and I will say to her, I will say, do you need to watch the recap? And she'll be like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, all right, because I know I don't. I click skip recap. It starts playing and stuff's happening, and she goes, wait, who is that? And I'm like, that's her boyfriend! That's her boyfriend. That's literally, like, he's been in the show this whole time. He's been here the whole time. And then, like, she's trying to ask me, like, she's fully watching it while asking me. And then when I pause it, she's like, you don't have to pause it. And I'm like, you're asking me where we are now at the point in the show, and I'm trying to explain to you who everyone is. I'm sorry. That I'm speaking from that genuinely happened with Ginny and Georgia, because she was like, who is that? And I was like, that's literally her boyfriend. Like, it cut to them holding hands. She goes, who is that? And I was like, he was there all last season. It wasn't even like he just appeared out of nowhere. And the same thing with Stranger Things. And then watch the new season. I've never done that, actually. I've never rewatched the old season, which I feel like that'd be fun to do, but I think I'm just so eager about the new season that I'm like, can't wait. And I just, like, am only thinking about what possibly could happen next. Stranger Things is really good. And, it got a lot better. Season 2 was and that's why I stopped watching it halfway through season 2, but season 4 was even better. So I'm really excited about season 5. I don't know when they start filming, because I saw Noah Schnapp was posting. He's in, like, France or somewhere. Like, he's somewhere cool. And, so they definitely didn't start filming yet, but, or maybe they did and he's just not in any of the scenes. I don't know. Have bad writing, it's hard to follow the plot. I understand that, but I'm saying, like, I will say to my mom, do you need to watch the recap? And she's like, no, I think I'm good. And then I'm like, good, because I don't need to. You know, I'm ready to start watching. And then another thing is that she always falls asleep. It could literally be 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, when her and I were binge watching All American, that's what pissed me off, because All American's 20 episodes, 21-hour episodes. She would start falling asleep, and I want to keep watching it, but I feel guilty continuing watching it without her. You know? So then I think with Ginny and Georgia, I think I straight up told her, I was like, we watched like a few episodes, and she was like, alright, I think I'm going to go to bed. It was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, alright, well, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to keep watching it. Well, actually, I think I didn't tell her that. I think I watched, like, I was like, oh, I'll just finish this episode. And then I kept watching. Then I kept watching and kept watching. And I was like, girl, by the way, I finished the show. And then I rewatched it with her. Yes, All American is so good. All American is very good. I need to catch up on, I've been watching it as it gets put on the CW app now, because it's, like, airing live currently. So I'm not, like, too up to date with it in season, what is it now, 4? I think it got renewed for 5 already. Yes, All American is very, very, very good. I 100% recommend that show to anyone who hasn't watched. I think certain things, I still haven't watched the new season of Outer Banks, and I'm not really in a hurry to, honestly. That's damn near a whole movie. Oh, how long have we been on here? Yeah, I think I might hop off in a little bit, because I need to eat dinner. And I can't cook, so probably gonna have to go grab something from somewhere. Where should I grab food from? Guys, chat picks my dinner. The first 2 seasons of what? All American? Also, Outer Banks is good. It was, I don't know. I think that Outer Banks just moves too fast and is so unrealistic, and like no one cares anymore. You know, or not no one cares. I don't. Like it's hard for me. Like it left off of them being stranded on an island, and like they're all just okay with that. You know what I mean? They're all just like, oh, okay, slay. Like I would be bawling. Not like this kind of bawling. I would be sobbing. I would be sobbing, crying on the floor, and being like, I need to get home immediately. This guy, John B, he's wanted by the town because this rich guy's framing him. He's running away. He's making himself look more and more guilty by the way he's running away. Why doesn't the dude just step back and be like, listen, I am not, like, hey, it's not me. There's so much evidence backing that it was not him. He just kept running. They got on a boat. Sorry this is a spoiler, but this show's been out for how many years now? They got on a boat. It's a full-on storm, and they're like driving the boat into the storm. If a dude that I was talking to for a month, it could be literally John B, was like, let's get on this boat, drive into that storm, and hope that we survive and escape from your dad, your crazy dad. Even if my dad was as crazy as how crazy that guy is in the show, I would be like, you are insane. You're crazy. Like, no. No. My recap. I'm sorry. I just feel very strongly about Outer Banks. I think it's so, like, is anyone in here, like, if you were talking to a girl for a month, or talking for a girl, a guy, whoever, for a month, maybe just officially dating, let's get on this boat, escape from everyone, like, they were just driving that boat into who knows where, into a storm. $500 miles. Seek therapy. No, I'm kidding. So how far is 500 miles? Or like what's the time on that? Bow, bow, bow. Meow, 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 meow. I literally opened my phone to look up how long will it take to 500 miles? 8 hours. It says 8.3 hours. But it says if you're traveling at 60 miles per hour. That's at 60 miles the whole time per hour. A 100 miles an hour would be 5 hours. 10 hours. Okay, but I don't know, okay? Whatever. But I also don't know what speed you were driving at. Like, how long did it take you? I'm sure you're not driving 50 the whole time, but I'm sure you're not driving 60 the whole time. I'm sure you're not driving 45 the whole time. I'm sure you're stopped some of the time. Thank you very much. Because it's traffic. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. 7 to 8 hours. I would never, like, I don't think you could ever, get me to do that. Like, I'm thinking, like an hour would be still pushing it. If it was an hour, it would, like, really depend on who it was. Like, yeah, I just don't think, yeah, that just could not be me. Aw, thank you, I appreciate it. I don't know how long that would take you, because I'm stupid and I can't do math, so. Forget. Okay, that's different. I'm like, okay, like your favorite food versus, like, whenever you're driving for Cane's, you know you're gonna arrive there and you know what's gonna happen. You know what, like, whenever you're driving to meet someone like that, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know? So, I would not drive 5 hours. If someone was like, drive 5 hours to the beach, I would say no. If someone was like, drive 5 hours, like, to a destination locate, you know, like, somewhere fun, no. Me personally, I just don't like driving for that long. Maybe for a concert. The only guy I'll drive 5 hours for is Luke Hemmings and Callum Hood. No, I just don't think so. Just because it's like, if it was like my boyfriend, yeah, I would drive that far. But if it's like someone that you don't know really the status of what's happening, I'm not driving 5 hours. Yeah, I would drive. But the thing, like, I don't even know though. Because, like, I really, not that I hate driving, but it's just sitting there for, like, whenever you're, like, settled in, you know, the first hour's down and you're like your butt hurts and you're just like, oh my god. And then, like, you're really thinking about why you're driving, you know what I mean? Like, whenever I was driving for Cane's, I do admit I was sort of sitting there for a second like, I'm really doing this. I'm really driving this far. Come on, be serious. It's okay, we all have our moments of being down bad, but just for me it does not come with driving. You don't get me at driving. I don't think there's, I don't know. I don't even want to discuss me anymore. But the thing is, I just, like, my body gets uncomfortable. Like, I just don't feel comfortable sitting there anymore. You know? Like, I think I could sit in this chair for an extended period. Like, if I ever did a subathon, I feel like I'd be able to sit in this chair. But if I ever, like, if you were, like, to put my car seat here and, like, sit here, no. Why don't we, like, normalize having cars being comfier, you know? I don't understand why haven't we normalized that. Why are we just, like, having, like, throwing in some random seat? Grow and heal. True. Get the crystals out. I don't have my necklace on today. That's sad. That's sad. My manifestations are not going to come true. Do you guys, sometimes whenever I'm driving, I'm like, if I see a red Tesla, this is going to happen. And then sometimes I'll see the car, sometimes I won't. You know what I mean? Like, if I want something to happen, you know, like, I'll be like, if I see a red Tesla, I should get Chipotle tonight. Oh, maybe. I'm trying to look. Wait. Inflation of the comfort. Yeah, right? Like, all the other cars would go, I don't know. They would go nowhere. I know in my Snap memories, I don't think I'll be able to find it. I was thinking about going to look for it, but I don't think I'll find it. I said, like, something, if I see a red Tesla, and it was really weird because I lived in an area where you never see Teslas. You never saw, the only Teslas I would see were, like, white Teslas, like the basic one. But I saw a red Tesla and I was like, and I actually think in my mind I was like, if I see a red Tesla, I should move to Florida. So, just saying. I just think that, like, yeah, I don't understand why do we make them impossible to be comfortable in. Same thing with, like, airlines. Like, why doesn't airlines just make comfortable chairs? Completely. What's in my eyes only? I'll be honest, progress pictures from working out. That's, like, fully all it is. If you, like, went in my eyes only, or it's, like, videos from me in, like, 9th grade, like, lip syncing to, like, songs, like, with, like, some, like, dog filter on, because I, like, hid them. I just don't, like, I hid them because I don't want them coming up in my year ago today memory, so I just hid them. When you're looking for them, though, yeah, but I know for a fact, because I lived in the middle of nowhere, so there was never Teslas anywhere. You forgot your password to your My Eyes Only. Oh my gosh, do you have to, can you even change it? Yeah, like that's, and yeah, that's pretty much it that's in my Eyes Only. I don't even use it that much. I feel like whenever My Eyes Only was first released, everyone was like, oh my god, in My Eyes Only, everything's in my Eyes Only. Oh, and pictures of me crying. There's a video of me walking. I set up the video and started walking to see what I would look like if you saw me walking on the street, because I think we were going to, like, some parade or something. So I was like, I wonder what I will look like. Okay, Kenny being negative, shut up. But I remembered it. Yeah, I never forgot mine. Not to flex on you guys or anything. Yeah, a lot of it is either me crying in progress pictures. And, like, I'm not even joking when I say me crying. Like, I put dates on the, like, on me crying, and then sometimes I'll put text as to, like, why I'm crying. Like, just so I can look back and be like, oh, I was really crying over that. There's some pictures of my side profile. I was just checking out my side profile, I guess. I don't know. Bow. Yeah, it is. It is, in fact, positive. It is, in fact, positive and a good sign. Have you ever heard of that? My Eyes Only, which I deleted all the videos, was, like, in 9th grade, or whenever they first released it, I would, like, take videos of me singing and put them in there. Like, whenever I would, like, record myself singing, thinking I was a pop star, and I would save it there. I have a vivid memory of me sending one of my friends a video of me singing, and that, like, sometimes resurfaces in my brain and haunts me. Like, I'll think about it for the rest of the night now. Hi, what's up? Nothing, we're just vibing and chatting, you know? You know. We'll never look at them the same. Yeah, I know a lot of people have, like, way more personal stuff in their minds only, but I just ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But now Apple has, like, their own My Eyes Only. Like, they have, like, a hidden folder that you can look into, I'm pretty sure, on your photos. Hold on, let me see. I don't think I ever... I mean, I haven't used it just because... Yeah, it says hidden, and you have to use your Face ID. That's kind of fun. I kind of miss whenever you could use a fingerprint to get in stuff, you know? What am I doing? I don't know. We're just sitting here chatting. I'm probably going to go get dinner soon. What should I eat for dinner? Do I play Fortnite? Yes, occasionally. I do. I'm going to see if I have any Chipotle rewards. The fajita quesadilla it says officially official. So I have enough rewards to get free stuff from Chipotle, is my question. Yeah, there was just a lot of stuff, like, earlier we were talking about drama in high school. There was a lot of drama of, like, people saving explicit photos of other people And, like, there was this one, like, big thing that went around. Like, this guy, like, broke up with someone. Like, they broke up, and he was, like, showing everyone. Like, I even saw it, and I was like, dude, don't like, that's so, like, I vividly remember, he's like, do you want to see it? I was like, no, and he showed me, and I was like, dude, stop. That's weird. That's weird. I'm sorry. Like, if you are a guy and you think that that's funny, not even a guy, anyone. If you're anyone and you think that that's funny, like, saving that and, like, showing a bunch of people, sorry, I didn't mean to say if you're a guy. I just know, like, it was mostly the guys that did that at my school. If you ever do that, that's weird. So whenever that happened whenever we were fairly younger, too, so I felt really bad, so I just never trusted anyone. Yeah, it's just, like, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I don't understand why they would do that. Is Chipotle even good? Yes. 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 Very good. Very good. I love their quesadillas. And I think I actually do have enough points. I'm trying to see. I, like, went to look and then I stopped looking. Rewards exchange. Let's see. That's always so disappointing, though, is whenever you're like, oh my god, I have enough for reward points, and then you don't. I don't! I thought I did. Fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. Ah! I'm so close to having enough for free Chipotle. But I don't. So then I gotta save them. So then I gotta spend more money at Chipotle. So then next time I can get free Chipotle. Chipotle's so good. I'm so sorry. Like, I love some authentic Mexican restaurants, but Chipotle is so good. And the more we talk about it, the hungrier I'm getting. I could go for some chips and queso. The other night, I heated up queso on my own, which is the first time I've ever done that. Not first time I've ever done that. First time in a while I've ever done that, and I almost threw up. I cannot heat up cold sauces. It grosses me out, unfortunately. Very, yeah, like, no thank you. No thank you. Sorry, I'm reading, yeah, it's just like, I'm proud of myself. Woo! Yay, congratulations for typing all that out. Yeah, I don't know, like, it's just, no, Kenny, no! No, boo. Yeah, I don't know. That's so weird if you do that, and that, like, yeah. So ever since then, I've thought, nope, never trust anyone with anything like that. Mostly this day and age, because it's so easy to just, like, post it, share it with everyone, and nothing's ever gone. You may say I'm a dreamer. Can we play Fortnite together? I am honestly gonna hop off in a little bit, and I don't know next time I'm playing Fortnite, but I'll play Fortnite soon, maybe. I don't know. Oh, hello. Yeah. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on? I feel like sometimes I match the pitch with the air horn. Yeah, that's also another thing, is that's, like, fully illegal. Like, that's fully illegal to do. And, like, you can get in trouble for that. Like, in a lot of trouble. Mostly if, like, you still have them on your phone, like, for, like, ever and ever and ever, and then you are an adult and you have them on your phone, and then it's like, yep, get them, sir. I said boo to your message, Kenny. I said boo. Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like and mostly, like, now in this day and age, a lot of people, well, I also think that's, like, where a lot of people just ended up doing stuff like on other websites, on adult websites, because they were just like, all right, well, if you're gonna show them to everyone, I might as well just make money off it. And like, as they should. Yeah, I was just like, nope, not for me, not my thing, and still will never be, just because, like I said, I just don't, like, like, even if, like, at the time, someone's like, oh, like, you could trust me, like, so-and-so, whatever, and it's like, well, you don't even know, because whenever I'd be texting people on Snapchat, like, say if I was texting a friend and, like, getting tea from them, I would take photos on my iPad. Like, I would take photos of, like, a fight on my iPad, or, like, something that went down on Snapchat, so I could show my other friends. So, like, you never know, even if it doesn't say screenshotted, you don't know if, like, they got another phone or something like that, and they're taking a photo of whatever you're saying or whatever you're doing. So, I don't know. Make a sticker of it. I think someone like did that. I think there was like, I don't know. I feel like someone did that at my school, and it was like, yeah, I don't know why. Why do you want to do that? Weird. Yeah. Oh, the risk of a screenshot. Oh, like, imagine, I cannot imagine what would happen if, like, I saw, like, if I, like, was like, oh, I trust this person, and then you see it says screenshotted. I think I literally would, like, burst into tears immediately. Nice room, thanks. Thank you. But I think I'm gonna hop off because I really need dinner, and I think I'm gonna go get Chipotle anyways, but I don't know. It's either Chipotle or make pizza at home. Or order pizza. I've seen Domino's have been doing loaded tater tots. And they've been advertising that. And that I keep getting ads about that. And that is like really been catching my eye. Sorry I keep talking about food, guys. It's because I'm hungry. And I need food. Immediately. Pizza? Pizza might be the vibe. Pizza might be the vibe. I'm trying to see W food. I know. What did you guys eat dinner yet? What'd you guys get? What are you getting? What are you getting? I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask my mom if she wants to order pizza and like split that or something. I don't know, because I also have pizza at home. Chicken and rice. That's valid. I had rice one time and it was good, but the rice texture sometimes will like freak me out a bit. But I think I need to try more Chinese food. I think I could really like Chinese food if I just really gave it a chance. And we're gonna be twins. That's a slay. Let's eat pizza. We can have a pizza party on live. I've had a pizza party live before. We could do it again. Not tonight though, because I don't have it prepared. The other time I had it prepared. And I need to be prepared whenever I'm cooking, or else the house is at potential of burning down. She is in her room, maybe? I don't know, somewhere in this house. Sometimes I be eating double chicken in a day as well. Who cares? Chicken's good. Last night I had a burger from BurgerFi. Ooh, was that good? That was a real good. Oh my gosh. My mom is a married woman. Stay off beauty.
Oh.
Damn, you're drinking all that water. Hello. Thank you for following. Thank you. Why are you drinking all that water before and after? Odd. But I guess not odd. Stay hydrated. Hi from France. My friend is currently in France. He's studying there. He is just studying there. Oh my gosh. I know you sick of being my little secret. Oh my god, I hit a 300 followers. Oh my gosh. I think international business, I believe, and minoring in French. Something like that. I know it's like business related. I'm almost like 90% sure it's international business. Yeah, that's what I was singing too, Kenny. 300, oh, woo! And then I hit 1.1K on YouTube. I almost said 1K on YouTube. I hit 1,100 on YouTube. Crazy! Almost at 2, I think. 1.2. Slay. What a slay. But I think I'm gonna hop off, guys. I think I'm gonna go eat. I will be live tomorrow. There's a slight chance that I might not be live tomorrow. But I just will keep you updated. I have more. Ouch. My knee. My knee. Ouch. Can I say it here before 300? Yeah. Yeah, you can. But yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love you guys, and I appreciate all of you. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I sort of enjoy, I don't know. I'm always like, I enjoy being live at this time. I enjoy being live at all times. So I need to go eat. You're right. Oh my god, someone freaking unfollowed me. Whoever unfollowed me, you're banned from the chat. Now what? Yeah, I don't know. I'll post whatever I eat. I'll post phone eats first. So place your guesses right now what you think I'm going to eat. It could be none of the things I mentioned because I'm crazy. Alright, well thank you for hanging out with me, whether it's full time or just for a little bit. Thank you for hanging out. I love you guys and I appreciate you so much. I hope you have an amazing rest of your night and an amazing day tomorrow. And as always, happy, healthy, hydrated. Peace out. I love you guys and I will see you later. Bye.